Yeah, let's do that. Let's make a video about my bike. You know why we end up having to make content about yours? Because you freaking change them all the time. We should put up a poll. How many times, what is like between your underwear, your bikes, and your hairstyles, what do you change more often? Comment now. Comment now. No prizes. This is just for shits and giggles, right? Welcome back to Harley's Throttle Juice, balls deep, and she had it coming. It's talk about Street Glide ST Day and why are you changing bikes? Who sang that?
I don't know.
Oh, it was Tom Jones. How do you remember that? Did Mum and Dad teach you that?
I remember a lot of things, Roger.
Right, it's balls deep. Anyway. Everyone now knows that you have flicked the Lowrider ST and you are now on...
Zulu.
That thing there, the Street Glide ST.
We should call her Cocoa Pops.
Because of the sound it makes. Well, it's too late. You've gone with Zulu.
I know.
You are a South African warrior. Don't I know it?
Don't be like that.
Anyway, what led to you saying, that's it? The Lowrider ST has to go.
Look, I think it was coming. It was something that was... planted in my head from the first ride. I will say that. I do remember posting an Instagram reel about did I buy the right bike, because we'd ridden to Kiama that day, remember, with the crew. By the time we had gotten close to Hornsby, I really was struggling with my legs, with my back, with all of it.
At your age?
Hey?
At your age.
Anyway, so... It was flagged straight away, because you've got to remember, we were fortunate enough to trade Stevie in, and I took the bike...
Stevie being?
The CVO.
For people that haven't seen
the Street Glide CVO, the hottest bike in the planet. Anyway, better than Lemmy. Anyway, traded the CVO, and the amount of people that contacted me saying, what the hell are you doing?
Oh, I think they're harsher than that.
Yeah, they were, but anyway. We were fortunate enough to take the ST off the floor and ride it. Yep. But we could only take it for a short ride because I didn't want to put too many Ks on it.
Yep.
I did my nuts over the fairing and potentially purchased the wrong bike, as everyone knows. And then obviously chain of events happened. We didn't do a lot of riding this year, I will say, just for personal reasons. When we were riding, my back and knees were playing up quite a bit, and I was whinging quite a bit to Roger. That doesn't happen all the time. It's really the other way around. And he just got sick and tired of me talking about the bike and said, make a decision. So we did think about doing forwards and rises and all the things.
We had forwards booked in. You were, I think, 48 hours short of having the forwards fitted onto the Lowrider ST, but a lot of dialogue, a lot of discussion going on behind the scenes, much like what Briz Bike has been doing.
Yeah,
with his road. Oof, wow, there's a story in that.
Anyway, so in the interim, before deciding not to go with the forwards, I got this one to look at a 2022 CVO at Fraser's.
2021, yeah, in poor condition.
It wasn't in the greatest condition.
Fraser's, Harley-Davidson at Newcastle. What are you doing? Oh, here's my staffy.
We looked at that, and we also looked at a brand new ST from the factory, because they had a deal where they'd take 4,000 off. So we're looking at a 40k bike, but that was excluding extras and all the things. So fast forward, 48 hours before we actually booked the forwards in before the forwards were supposed to happen, we spoke to Joe at Central Coast Harley, and the bike that I originally sat on to check leg position on the ST when we were considering the Street Glide ST had become available again for sale. Yeah. Little did we know, Mr. Brooks, take over.
Sorry, I'm concentrating on my dog. Where were we at?
My bike and how hot it is.
Oh,
it's nice and roomy.
Oh, well, yeah, we were. You just sat on that. We weren't even taking any notice. Didn't even know that it had a stage 2 and the pipe system that was on it, and all of the extras, which we'll go through shortly. You were just sitting on it to see how it felt, balance-wise, just in the car park with your feet position with the boards.
Yep.
And anyway, long story short, it was sold. That's why we didn't really pay too much attention to it.
Yep.
But the finance fell through. So we feel sorry for the guy because it's such a hot bike. But the bonus is that we got to pick it up.
Oh, yeah. And did we pick it up?
So the Zulu here, the 2022 Street Glide ST, only 1,100 Ks on it. Not 11,000, 1,100 Ks. Brand new bike. The previous owner who purchased it at Victory Lane Harley-Davidson in Orange had put a Cyclorama 480 cam in it, a full Two Brothers Racing 2-in-1 exhaust system, took the stock solo seat off, which you get on the STs as standard, took that off and replaced it with a stock standard touring seat, which you would find on any touring frame, Road Glide, Street Glide, Road King, I think too.
Yep.
So there's a bonus because every now and again Rochelle's daughter wants to get on the back. Even a docking kit. For a luggage rack.
The pillion pegs.
And the rear pegs.
Those bikes are set up for solo riders.
Yeah, so you only get a solo seat as standard and no rear pegs. Again, very seldom would that be required, but it's there.
Yeah. And the bonus, I guess, of the standard Street Glide ST is it's pretty much a CVO without the paint job and the heated grips and the central locking, because it does have a cam in it and it does have the 117 motor.
The stock?
Yeah, the stock ones.
No, 117 stock.
That's what I said.
No, you just said 107.
Rachi?
You just said 107.
I said 117.
Go to the video.
Go to the video.
Anyway, stock 117, they have the STs come standard with a mild cam in them.
Yeah.
But this has got a beast of a Cyclorama 480 lumpy cam in it.
Are you jealous?
I spoke to the guys at Victory Lane Harley-Davidson. They couldn't remember whether it's been dynoed or not. So, well, I was going to say it may be our benefit. Of course, at some point in the future, we may do that just from a tuning perspective, not to know what the numbers are. As I said to someone on the weekend, you don't write a bit of paper that tells you what the numbers were when it was revving its guts out in a room. You ride the bike. It would be interesting to find out. I call them just for interest's sake to know what cam is in it.
Yeah.
And that's when we're told about the
Pleasantly
CR480.
surprised.
Pleasantly surprised. So it's a beast of a thing, but so ultimately with Rochelle's long limbs and being 6 foot, the improvements to the lowrider ST would have made it better, but ultimately it just never would have been right.
It wouldn't have been right.
It never would have been right. And now, of course, you had a fairing on the lowrider ST, but now you got the Batwing, right? So much better protection. Not that you listen to music all the time on the bike, but you now have a sound system.
Again.
You rarely need GPS because you always know where you're going, but if you ever need it, it's there.
True.
Right? Infotainment system.
Hot black paint job, back to black.
Back to vivid black. So I'm just chuffed that we're back to being in a Batcave with 2 Batwings in the garage again. I still have the greater looking bike, as you can see, young Lumi over here, the 2023 anniversary model.
You just keep telling yourself that, chap.
Yeah. I've got the best looking bike in the garage. She's got the most badass bike and sounding bike in the garage.
Well, it's almost back to when we first got together. Having the hot street bob that you...
Yeah, the street bob special. Yep. So I would say, and that's along the lines of what Briz Biker was deciding, because he said he's the same height as you.
Height as me, yeah.
And well, I won't ruin it because he might put up a video, but he had he's got a Road Glide special, and he had that whole thing going where there was a voice inside him that said, no, I want a hot lowrider ST, same as Rochelle's process. And so a lot going on behind the scenes with him in terms of whether it's the right decision or not.
You made the right decision, Briz, 100%.
Well, he might be ready to put up a video where he's about to decide what to do it, and you're just breaking ex-nay. Read the room, woman. Mel, what are you doing?
Anyway, back to the.
What else do we need to talk about with your bike? So back to having boards. This is my Staffy Melba. This is my pride and joy. This is my number 1 love in the house. Lumi is number 2. Rochelle comes in at 3. It's a good trifecta, though. Come on, you're top 3. What are you complaining about?
Top 1, champ.
Have a look at her.
At least
loyal as hell.
What did you call me on the weekend at our Pistons and Plates?
How good was that?
It was pretty good.
How good was that?
Thanks to
Pistons and Plates, yeah. What did I call you?
Vicky. Why'd you call me Vicky?
I called her Vicky Vibrator because of the sound and the shake that her bike makes now with that cam in it.
Yeah. So guess who's now been demoted to number 3 on my list?
Well, Melba's always been number 1, and Roy, Melba's brother, is over there, being the wimp. He's the boy in the family, but I think he's got the Johnny and she's got the other thing. Just quietly.
The Johnny.
Yeah, doggy Johnny.
I'm sure it's not politically correct.
I
but
don't
anyway.
care. Do you think people know we're not politically correct? So anyway, we're back to being a Batcave, 2 street glides in the garage. You've seen what ended up being the reveal video of a Wallenby run we did, but it's just great that Rochelle's back on a bike that she feels totally comfortable on.
Your toes smell like Doritos.
Don't knock my... Come here.
Yeah, back to the Batwing. Thank you to everybody who commented on the last video and gave me advice, and thank you to everyone that I managed to talk to as well. All relevant information that I processed, and it really was a difficult decision to make, but I think in the back end of it, we knew we had to move the bike rather than investing more money, because it just wasn't right. So I think, like I said to Rog the other day, riding her, she just feels like home again. So the fact that I've got the agility now and the extra height to go through the corners, the cam, all of the things.
Still going to take a little bit of getting used to, and you even said that on the weekend when we rode on the pistons and plates thing, where you're being a little bit more conservative than you normally are, but it really does take some getting used to, especially when you put a powerful torque cam into a bike.
Yeah, it's
not so much when you're ripping it in a straight line or you're going through a fast sweep or something like that.
No.
It's more the slow manoeuvring because they're jumpy.
They're jumpy.
They're not smooth.
If you don't have your friction point right,
that's perfect.
She cuts out.
Absolutely.
So
couldn't have said it better myself.
You've got to nail that, which is just going to happen with more regular
So how do you think
riding.
I'll go on it on Friday when I've got...
I can't believe you've got a special guest riding with you on Friday without me.
Well, couldn't help it. He's that tall. He lives near Launceston and he tripped over and fell over and he was in... Just sort of... Anyway, going for a killer ride on Friday. Well, I don't know when this video is going up. We may have already been on the ride. Are you upset that Zulu over here... That was the chair, by the way. Zulu over here is going to go on Bucket's Way before you do.
I'm really upset that you'd be riding my bike, can I just be honest?
Well, I have to. Because this other gentleman, the special guest from Tasmania, has to ride mine because mine has an inch or so more clearance, lower to the ground than yours, and I've got 12-inch bars on mine. By the way, I've got a 2023 Street Glide Special. We've only got limited time left to put up a... This is what I've done to my bike video. I purchased it in March, didn't I?
Yeah.
We better do that. And there also might be a little bit of a competition where I'll
You
think...
get a date with Roger?
Well, you'll be number 4 now. So Melba 1, Lumi 2, whoever gets to hop into the mounting yard with me, 3, and you're 4. Well, you're sliding down that list, sweetheart. Right. Pick up your game, champ.
That's all right, I've got my bike.
Oh, all right. Well, I went way down to 2 straight away. What a bitch. I'll think about a prize that I might offer. Maybe we might have a little competition for maybe to name what number production mine is. Because don't forget, with these 2023 anniversary model Harley-Davidsons, they only made so many of each. And in the road glide and street glide, they only made 1,600 of each.
What a knob you are.
So, and the number is inscribed in the centre console on the tank. So stay tuned, I might do that, and it might be a T-shirt and some dealership chips or something like that.
What are you going to give me?
Oh, you get plenty. Oh. Don't you? What? Hello.
Anyway.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's make a video about my bike. You know why we end up having to make content about yours? Because you freaking change them all the time. We should put up a poll. How many times, what is like, between your underwear, your bikes, and your hairstyles, what do you change more often? Comment now. Comment now. No prizes. This is just for shits and giggles, right? Underwear, hairstyles, and Harley-Davidson motorbikes. Yeah, well, it's just the frequency of change. I'm not talking about what it is, just how often it comes on and goes off. Wow.
Wow.
We better shut it down now because long videos. No.
You are taking this channel down a dirty path.
Well, it's always been down a dirty path, really.
Anyway.
We're resurfacing. Huh?
Wrap it up, chick.
Righto, okay. Balls deep, she had it coming. Harley's Throttle Juice. Zulu 2022 Street Glide ST, Lumi 2023 Anniversary Model Street Glide Special. We'll come into a road near you. What a wank that was.
You are a wanker.
Peace
Out.
out.